Hello, everybody, and welcome to FarmVille2 Country Escape live stream with Scott and Jennilee. And in the background, we know we have Jennilee, for we can hear her YouTube going off. Good afternoon, good evening, Jennilee. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Scott?
I am doing epically good. And I hear you had a very busy week, and I even have a slide for your job this week. You were what I understand was a workshop repairman.
Yes.
What the heck is that?
I got to work on repairing I worked mostly on the stovetop this week.
All right.
Because we've been making so many items for the event.
Uh-huh. Harvest poached pears. Yummy.
Yes. My biggest issue, though, those darn pine nuts. I tell you what.
They're hard to find?
No, they get stuck in that darn machine, and they're horrible.
Ah, okay. That's true. They are little. They do that. Do you eat pine nuts in real life?
No, I don't know what a pine nut is. I'll have to Google it.
You know what a pine tree is, right?
Yes.
Well, a pine nut would be the things out of pine cones. Anyways. All right, cool. That's all? Just the... that's the only cooker giving us problems with the...
No, one I was working on. I'm sure all of them give us problems, though.
Yeah, they all do. That is totally true. Well, a little update from our podcast announcement last week. Would you like to hear what's going on with that?
Yes.
So apparently it takes a little while to actually populate on the major ones like iTunes and the Google Play Store. But that said, I posted it to our server, and I'm just going to bring up a slide. So we are live on these 5 podcast sites. We're live on Spotify, Breaker, Radio Public, Stitcher, and Pocket Casts. So 5 of those sites have our episode 27 on, and then tomorrow they'll have this episode 28. So if you're listening to us from one of those sites, welcome, or hello.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining.
I didn't know there was so many podcast sites, did you?
No,
But so I think we're going to get a notification or an update in the next couple of days letting us know that we're live on the App Store, which will be really cool. And then I don't think they take that long to update once we're approved and on there.
Okay, good.
But
That's
we're on
awesome.
Spotify. Isn't that cool? Spotify.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard of Spotify, right?
I don't have it, but I've heard of it.
All right, well, we're going to click on our newsreel. So we're going to have our news in just a second. Ready? Where's my newsreel button? Oh, I found this one, but that's not the one we want. That's the major newsreel. Oh, here we go. Newsreel video. How about that one? How's it feel? It's playing now. So joining me high above the sky this evening to give us our crash reports, hopefully, is Jennilee. Jennilee, are you up in the sky?
I'm up in the sky.
I might send Eddie up. Cool. Give us our crash reports if you have any tonight.
Okay, so I have a few. The first one is from our live stream page from Christina.
Oh, I read this.
Yes, she posted some pictures about having issues with her race. I'm not sure if she's with us tonight. I hope so. She put that she's getting this message, and her message says, "You are not participating in the current race. You'll be joining in the next boat race." Which I sent her a message, and I asked her if it was, you know, how you have the option to leave the boat race.
Right.
I asked her if she clicked it, and she sent me another message with a picture showing that she did not click it. So her boat race is being a little bit crazy.
Weird. That's not a good crash report.
No. And then the next one I saw this on one of the FarmVille Country Escape pages. A lady named Jackie said, well, since I no longer belong to a co-op and I loved the one I was in, I will discontinue this game.
Ah.
That's sad.
That is sad.
We could talk about, too, like, how involved you are in your co-op and not being a part of it, how it might help you, like, you'll lose interest in playing the game.
That's true. If you're involved with your co-op, I think I spun my wheel like 4 times. Yeah, you'll have a lot more interest, I think. That definitely is a good thing. But you know what's really weird? I posted our link on our co-op chat, and no one's chatted for like a week. I was like, what's going on?
I saw that. I think it's just been a quiet week. You know, we have good weeks where we're very talkative, and then other ones maybe we're just a little slower.
That's true. That could be what it was. Although, yeah, it is a quieter week. I also noticed before we introduce our chat room people, their invitations weren't sent out tonight. Our website, or not our website, our Facebook page, and let me go to it right quickly while we're talking. Our Facebook page has 600 members now, I think. Or no, 400. Let me just check. Live stream here, it'll tell me here. 457 members. And Facebook only allows you to invite to events if you have less than 400 members. It's been kind of working half on, half off. I just can't speak tonight. So I made the event, but unless you get notifications for our page, it won't actually invite you or say there's an event. You have to actually have notifications turned on, or just check your Facebook and it'll show up in your news feed, but it won't bring it to the top of your feed or give you a little alarm bubble if you're not invited. And for me to go through all 457 members one at a time and invite you would take a long time. So you're just gonna have to set a clock, have Frank do it. Have Frank can message you, although he was absent last week, but he's here this week. I saw him chatting earlier. Hi, Frank. Anyway, so that's that about that. So if you didn't get a notification, don't be alarmed or an alarm. It's just because we have such a huge population, and I guess Facebook doesn't. They consider it spamming when you automatically invite your whole group. Anyways, that's why. People were wondering.
I know, but we weren't there yet. I'm still up in the sky.
Oh, you are, and I still have like the newsreel running. You see, my mind is just.
You haven't even said hi to anybody yet.
Well, that's because we're waiting for the chat room to fill up. All right, so are you coming back down, or you still got more crash reports?
I got one more crash report.
Okay, good. I turned the helicopter noise back on. You were descending like without rotors. You were almost going to crash into the glade.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but I got you back going again, so you're good.
So my last one is from Lavon, and this is something I think we've addressed before, but I thought it's been a while, so it might be a good time to do it again. She said she has her farm loaded on her laptop, but she's trying to get her husband's farm loaded as well and doesn't know how. Mm-hmm. I thought maybe this is something that you could possibly talk about, because I know you have your stuff on your computer and you're pretty smart with all that.
Did you say that she has two farms that she wants to run both on her laptop at the same laptop?
Yes, not at the same time, but she has her farm loaded and she's trying to help her husband load his as well.
On the same laptop?
Same laptop.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a sec when you come down.
Okay, and that was the last news traffic report I had.
Alrighty. Well, weather. I think we can do weather when you're back down. Let's do that. I'll turn off the helicopter noise and turn back on the background music so that we have you back on the ground. Are you back on the ground?
I'm back on the ground.
Yay! Eddie's going to come back, but he's not coming back for another 3 hours and 55 minutes and 19 seconds. So
okay.
He's up a little longer. That's all. All right. Who's in our chat room today, Jennilee?
Okay, so we got lots of people chatting already. The first one, and I'm very happy with you this week. Hi, David.
David, hi. Why are you happy with David?
Because he posted some pictures and a lot of information on our page during this week. Like, I don't think I sent you the picture. The two farmhands that he got from the boat race, and he showed us the one that gave the extra 10 spaces for the barn and silo.
Yes, so I have a whole bunch of talk about that tonight. The image, though, of the two sailors, I think Anne sent me that as well, too, right?
I don't know, but I believe you.
You believe me? I think it was Anne. I'm going to bring up the two sailor image. So Anne, I think, sent me this. At least I thought it was Anne. If it's not, I apologize. Maybe it was David sent it. Anyways, she got, both of them got two sailors. Anne's this one says 6 days, 23 hours, and the other one says 2 hours, 55 minutes. So it's kind of like the Marie board when you finish the Marie board early and getting two Maries, but that doesn't happen with Maries, right?
That was from Anne. You're right. I remember that picture.
There you go. So, but David made you happy by posting his other pictures on the boat race silo expansion, which I have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about later. So we'll get into that later. But that's cool. And who else besides David?
So we also have Brenda and Frank, of course.
Hey, Brenda and Frank, of course. But both of you were missing. that was English. Yes, both of you were missing last week. Brenda was missing, right? She wasn't around.
Right. Yeah. I think also she said that her daughter is playing again. Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie. Nice name, eh, Jennilee?
Yes, I love that name. also have Judith with us. Judith, are you new? I don't recall.
Judith could be new. Now, Judith, is this Judith maybe from the Facebook post that I made earlier? Let me check my Facebook really quick. Continue on.
It's another J name, so you're awesome, Judith.
We have a lot of J people. That's true.
We also have Jenna with us. Hi, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna with a J. Nice to have you hanging out with us.
We have Jean.
Jean? You're going to go through all the J names first, aren't you?
And Janine. I'm going in order.
Okay. Janine and Jean, thank you for coming. And you guys are awesome because you have a J name.
Let me see. I'm still scrolling. There was a lot of chat today already. This is awesome.
For sure. I'm trying to find the post I made. Here, I'll figure it out. You keep talking, though.
Just Ann is here. Hi, Just Ann.
Hey, Just Ann. Nice to see you here. Make sure you keep everybody in line tonight with your moderation tools, your wrench, your big, huge wrench you can hit people with. Awesome.
Night Gaming is here as well.
Night Gaming, it's been a few weeks since we've seen you. Welcome back.
Yes. And I think I'm caught up on the names.
All right, I'm going to go see. Who was that one you were saying? Was it just started with a J, of course, which could have been any of you, but any of them. FarmVille2. I made a post for someone to hang out with us tonight, and I think actually I don't even have to. I can just look on my photos here. 1 minute. Keep talking. Never mind. That's not.
Jean is asking, are the extra spaces permanent? That's a good question.
Yes, they are. The extra spaces are permanent. Like in your barn, as far as I know, they're permanent. You said Justine, right?
Jean.
Oh, Jean.
I said just Ann. You're confusing your
No,
names.
the new person, you said you haven't had them here before. Wasn't it Justine?
Oh, Judith.
Judith, okay. I knew it was a J name, but oops. Yeah. Anyways, that's not who I was expecting. But that's great that she's here. I told a couple people I was gonna shout their co-ops out tonight, and one of them started with a J name, so I thought that was who you said, but that's not who it is. Anyways.
Anne said she thinks that the spaces only last while you have the hand.
Oh, maybe that's true too. We have never won it yet, right? So we don't know yet.
Well, and I haven't seen David speaking in a little bit. I wonder if we lost him. David, are you still there?
All right, well, let's get into the boat races then, because I can show the slides of what exactly she's talking about, because it's in the boat races. So if you go to the boat races, which I'm going to do for everyone, and you click on this little icon here, we're currently in Kayak 2 level. And the Kayak 2 level means that we're going to get Sailor Skip if we finish first, or we did get Sailor Skip, and he has a better chance of finding golden gloves. Our next goal is Kayak 3, which we will also get Sailor Skip, but he has even a better chance of finding golden gloves. However, once you finish the Kayak series of events, you go to the Sailboat series, and Sailboat's where it starts getting really cool. So yeah, maybe it is just a temporary boost, because on Sailboat 1, it says that the helping hand, his name's Cadet Tulio 1. Is that Tulio? Jennilee, Tulio? Tulio?
I believe you.
All right, you believe me. Gives a boost to increase barn and crop silo storage by 10 units. So it must just be for the week. It doesn't say for the week, but it's a prize that you get for being first in that league. And what about Sailboat 2? Sailboat 2, the next one up from that, you get 15 units expansion. This is kind of awesome, isn't it? And Sailboat 3 is 20 units. So that's the first time I've ever seen FarmVille give a prize away where they increase your storage space for a temporary amount of time. Isn't that cool?
That is awesome. And Frank said the same thing. He also put the new spaces are not permanent. You have to keep finishing in the top 3 of the boat races.
Right. And that looks like it's only for the Sailboat series, because once you finish Sailboat series, you move into Motorboat series, and Motorboat prize number 1, use any prized animal for 8 hours without feed. So that's cool.
Cool.
And number 2 is use any prized animal every 6 hours, and number 3 is every 4 hours. But I don't think you will get the retroactive, a bigger crop silo barn and the farmhand that gives you a better chance of getting golden gloves, right? You'll get that only specific one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really cool. I think that it's very unique for them to give a prize that's different than your usual prize, like just where you win keys or you win stuff. You actually get a feature of the game that enhances the game. It's really cool. Good job, FarmVille.
Good job, Zinga.
Zynga and Farmville. And what else was I going to say about that? Oh yes, I have to do my. I chose. I keep saying tonight. I chose my Glade, so I've only got 4 out of 9 done now. So I'm going to send my guys back in there. So try to remind me tonight, Jennilee, to send some people to the Glade whenever they're filled up, which will be probably 3 more times tonight or 2 more times.
Frank says that he's in the Motorboat 1.
Oh, he's in the Motorboat 1. That's awesome. Good job, Frank. So that means you get, let's check it again. What did we get for Motorboat 1? Motorboat 1. Oh, you skipped over Sailboat. Oh, there's something else. There's a yacht prize at the very end. But let's talk about Frank being in Motorboat 1. Frank is going to get, I just get distracted, a prized animal every 8 hours. That's cool, without feed. Now the yacht, I didn't even see this. After Motorboat, there's one called the Yacht, Jennilee. Did you know about this?
I did not.
And what does it say there? Captain Pippin. And you can claim claims he once captained a pirate ship, and his ability, use any POI every 6 hours without supplies. What's a POI? Sounds like point of interest, but that's not what it is, right?
I feel like we've done this before. POI. Why does it sound so familiar?
Use any POI. Okay, chat room, do you have any idea what POI is? Point of interest is what POI stands for in the real world. In the Farmville world, it could mean plenty of ice cubes. That was funny. Plenty of ice cubes.
That is funny. I was typing.
POIs. What is a POI? Every 6 hours without supplies. Okay, everybody. What does that mean? We're confused. We'll have to, if we can't figure it out, we'll have to send in a ticket asking about it, or a question to somebody asking about it. And how are we doing? And why is there only 2 people in our contest for our boat races, Jennilee? Like, we're kicking butt.
Well, in the contest?
There's only 2 players, it says. Player us and then Happiness Co-op.
Honestly, I hadn't even looked at that part yet, but I am on the second item, I guess, task.
Like, we're smoking it. Like, we have 9,000 points versus Happiness. Let's check out Happiness's co-op. Oh, they're Chinese or something. Can't read it. And, no one's doing much, if anything. That's probably why. Well, there's a few people that have a few points. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's a few different people with some interesting characters for names here. And
hold on, I need to catch up on some chat.
Oh, go.
So Night Gaming is asking, how is everyone doing on the event? She said that she or he.
It's a he. It's a he.
Sorry, he said he's on phase 3. Anne says she's on phase 6. I'm almost done with phase 3. What are you on?
I have on phase 1. I haven't even started. I got my 2 free little beautiful looking harvest poached farmer dolls. Those are so cute. I like the little Merlin one. That is cool. A wizard doll. I just want to look at these guys all day long. They're very cute.
I feel like I've been stuck on phase 3 for a long time because it takes like every 4th or 5th one I finally get a doll.
You know, I read actually on the FarmVille page this week that it's the worst drop rate event. Now, this could be completely wrong. I just read someone complaining about this, that it's the worst drop rate event single-handedly, hands down. Like, people were like, thank you, Zynga, for not letting me finish my event first one I'm never going to be able to finish. I mean, there's still 10 days left, but yeah. And then what about drop rates for event items? Is that a problem right now? I know that we could probably clone them as a co-op, but have you noticed?
I haven't done any cloning yet, and I'm almost done with phase 3, so I've done good so far, but I think the next couple phases I'm gonna have to do some cloning. Yeah,
that's true. I'll probably have to as well. I'm waiting for another leaderboard event. I don't know. I usually get addicted on those leaderboard events, and these ones I do need the nails and the padlocks, so I am going to have to try to do a first few rounds of them anyways. And you know what? I'm bummed out because I didn't get my 10 free keys. Did you get your 10 free keys?
Oh, honestly, I didn't pay attention.
Did you do the survey?
I did. Remember, I did it on during the show.
Oh, right. You distracted yourself away from the show to do the survey.
I think I have over 600 keys. I don't know if I paid attention to if they were added or not.
I mean, I have around 10 more than I had last week, but I believe I had 534 last week, and this week I have 540, which means I've gotten keys from other things, specifically the little chesty thing that shows up every day. But yeah, I hadn't get my 10 keys. I'm not going to send a ticket in. They got other stuff that they're worrying about, and I have a lot of keys. I'm saving up for when a farmhand goes on sale again, so I think I'm good for that. But I just wanted to say that's not fun. And did anybody else in our chat room get screwed out of 10 keys as well? Anyways, you have some more chat to read up on, I'm sure.
I do. Frank, of course, let us know that you get the hands from previous leaks too. So he has Sailor Skip, Tulio, and Ariel.
Holy moly! For the people that don't have sailboat races, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Love it, Frank. That's awesome.
Frank, that is good information. That is fantastic information. So he's going to get... Man, so when you get this Yacht League thing, POI... Use POI every 6 hours without supplies. Do you need supplies in boat races to do something? No, you don't, right? There's nothing called supplies.
Wait, say the sentence again.
Sentence again. I will. Hold on. It says, the ability that Captain Pippin has is to use any POI, so any POI, which means there's more than one, every 6 hours without supplies. POI. Unless it's POI is talking about specific points of interest, perhaps like the mine could be a POI and the glade could be a POI, and you don't need supplies. You'd need no supplies to send them there. I think that's it.
Yes, but I'm trying to remember. I swear we just discussed what POI stood for. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, it was pieces of ice cubes.
Oh.
But in reality, it's something else. But POI could be point of interest. Like maybe they're calling. Then what's the point of? Anyways, doesn't matter. It's cool. It's interesting. Anyways, so the chat room didn't know, I guess, or didn't really. You haven't got that far yet. Maybe they didn't know.
Let me catch up on some more chat. So Frank also said we only have 3 other co-ops, and they are the same from the previous race.
Interesting. And ours is only 1, right? Like, did you? You haven't checked the race. It showed 1 on my screen, but. You know, sometimes my screen or our screens and the rest of the co-op screens don't match. So, anyways.
I'm opening mine right now so I can peek.
So you can take a peek. That's right.
Yeah, I only see 2 as well.
Okay, well that's good then. First and second. Doesn't second place get Sailor Skip and advance?
I don't remember.
Let me go check. I think it's for first 3, isn't it? Anne probably knows. View rewards. That's not what I want to click on. Oh, that is totally not what I want to click on. Look, you can get question marks or more question marks. Oh dear. Here we are. This one. It's Kayak 2. Doesn't tell me, but Frank probably knows. Frank, is it the top 3 to move forward? What about maybe in here? 1 out of 5. Weird. Oh, that's the boy points. Anyways, whatever. Keep reading chat. I'm sure someone's probably typed it in and we're just not there yet.
Jenna says the worst drop rate was for the animal hospital, hands down. I agreed with her, and so did Anne.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I was just reading what I was reading on the Facebook pages.
I know. We're sharing what we think was the worst.
That's true, and it could be. Who knows, right? I guess it would be nice to know, but, I mean, really, just do it. Get a co-op, pound through it. Yay!
And then Jean says Zynga got smart by making items take longer to make an item.
Yeah, but we could clone. Some of them you have to make, right? Because you make that item and then they turn into the... like they disappear and then you get a chance at progressing through the event, right? So that's what she means? Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, that could be. And I also noticed that you can't use keys in boat races to do stuff either. You can't speed up progress by you spending money spending keys, which is kind of interesting.
They don't want us doing any kind of cheating on the
on the boat races.
Let me see. Janine said I had bad drop rate on the pirate event. Quit it as I was so tired of not getting anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah, but co-ops can help with stuff, so I would suggest that. Co-ops, cookers, or not cookers, golden gloves, and speed seat. That's all you need.
Judith is asking, why isn't the boat race open to everyone?
Well, I think they're having issues still trying to get everybody to have it running. when it wasn't available for everyone, they kept on adding more and more co-ops until eventually they were all on. And the moment that all of them were on, everybody's boat races started not working right. Remember that week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for some reason, when they give them to only certain people, they seem a lot more stable, because I haven't heard much chatter around them other than the fact that people don't have them. And it's really weird. Like any other game, I'm sorry, but any other game, and this maybe FarmVille, Zynga, you can take this advice however you want, or this comment, but when I download a game from the App Store, it's going to be the same as the other games that are the same people from the App Store, right? Like they don't just give some features to some people and some to some others. It's really, 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 really strange that they're doing this, that they have it only available for certain people. At first I'd understand it, like when they launch it as a test phase for maybe like, I don't know, 100 people or something. But to launch it for like, 1 million people, but 1 million people don't have it, it really makes no sense in my mind. I mean, it makes sense because they're having issues, but it doesn't make sense that they're doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. And there's another example of that too, and that's, what was I going to say? You catch up on the chat and I'll think what I was going to think about.
Okay. So Jean said, I got my keys, but how many times can we do the same survey on a different link from someone else? I don't think it matters how many times you click on the link. It's the fact that you put your player number in.
Right. So you could do someone else's survey and put their number in for them.
Right. That's
true.
Mona and Jean said that they got their keys. Jean said within 48 hours she got hers. Maybe
I typed the wrong player number in. That's probably what I did. It could be, right? Because they don't test it. It's not like they know if it's a valid number. That's what's being submitted. Or maybe I didn't click submit or something. Who knows?
Frank also said, yep, with Pippin, if you go to the Glade, you would not need Country Biscuit. So you're right.
There you go. So they are POIs. Now, can they be more confusing with that? POIs. I would never have called them points of interest, right? Like if I would have said, hey, Jennilee, what's your favorite point of interest in the game? What would you say? You'd be like, what are you talking about?
Yes, I think the only time I've ever used POI is at work. I've never used it.
It's like, you're going to march 30 feet north, and then you're going to come to this POI on your GPS, and then you're going to, head, turn starboard, and walk the plank, and then you're done.
And then Anne and Frank both said, yes, top 3 move forward. So you're right.
Yeah, top 3. So that's cool. So we're going to get top 3 no matter what, and we're going to be pushed through to the next spot and get more storage. That's cool.
And then Jean said you can only clone resources you need to make an end product. That's true. You can't make that. You can't clone the actual items. You can clone the stuff to make the items. Right,
like the pine nuts and that kind of stuff. And that's okay, I think, because your I knew that continuing talking would bring me back to the point I was making. It's the whole cloning thing, right? How some people can clone and some people can't clone.
Right.
Like, that does not make sense in my mind. I know it makes sense for why they're doing it. And I know there's an explanation that too many people are doing it. The materials there's being too much mass production, and they're trying to slow it down a little bit. And yes, it does slow it down. But you know what? Like, I have the same game as you have, and I shouldn't, for no reason at all, I shouldn't have less features. And technically it's not a feature, but because they allow it and because they allow some people to blatantly do it, I think it's a feature. And to have certain players not do it and certain players do it, like some people might love this game because cloning and boat races. And if you say to somebody, hey, you should sign up because cloning is awesome and boat races is fun, and they turn their game on and they have neither, like, that, does that make sense to you? It does not make sense to me.
Right, I know. I agree exactly.
Shaking my head madly right now and pointing my fingers at Zynga, and I'm saying, fix your game, because this is silliness. We have good people that don't have boat races right now, and they need to be able to boat race like the rest of us.
Well, I think David also posted that earlier this week too. He started a new co-op. I don't know if it was just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
But he created a co-op, and when he created it, by himself, he had his own boat races.
Nice. So that solved it. But what about? I'm curious to know if new people are affected by the cloning thing. Like, if you just didn't have cloning, could you just wipe your farm out, make a new Facebook account, restart playing from level 1, and have cloning again? Like, would
a lot of work to do.
It would be a lot of work. It would be cool if you could start at a level where you had everything again. You didn't have to, not have, because on my new game that I started, I'm a level 11, I think, right now. And on that game, it's like so painful not being able to make stuff or contribute to the co-op, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yep. I can't make this, I can't buy this. Sure, I'll help you clone, but I can't because I can't buy your item. It's
I haven't make that yet.
It's frustrating. I remember when I was low levels in this game and I couldn't make things, and I was so jealous. Were you jealous?
Yeah, I was like that in the co-op when I met you. I was still low where I could not help and I couldn't do tasks and I couldn't see certain items.
But I guess that was your drive to continue going and get to that level. It was for me as well. Once you can finally help with everything, it was so much better. And there's a lot of satisfaction in helping your co-op. Like when someone posts, needs whatever, and you have it and you post it, it brings a little bit of satisfaction that you don't get from other parts of the game, I think, right? Like helping other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's the chat room looking? We're way behind, aren't we?
We're not too bad. Frank said in 2 weeks I should have Pippin, so he'll report back and let us know how that is.
Nice, Frank. Good job. Reporting live from the FarmVille studios is Frank on the chat site.
And then Frank is asking, Lad, are you taking notes? So, Lad, if you're listening to this,
take some
Frank
notes.
Notes.
That's true. We're going to send our bags back so you can fill them with speed seeds and send them back to us. So you can, if you hear this, you'll be like messaging me saying, send me your bags. I got the speed seed ready to go. I still want to call a hardware store or a feed store and see if they sell speed seed.
Do it.
Or prize chicken feed. I totally want to do that. I want to phone them up and ring like, hello, Bob's chicken. Bob's what do you call a place that sells food for animals? A feed store?
Feed store, yeah.
Or a feed mill, maybe. Anyways, we should call one. If our live stream was at a normal time instead of an evening time, we could phone one and be like, yeah, we're wondering if you have the brand prize chicken feed. And then they'd be like, what's that? It's got a picture of a yellow chicken on the bag.
Yes.
And I need exactly 3 sacks of it. I think we need 3 sacks of it.
Yes.
Yeah, we need 3 sacks of it. Otherwise, my chickens, they're just not going to work. Like, I've been giving my chickens regular grain, and they're eating it like crazy. Is it grain? No, it's corn.
Corn.
I've been giving them corn, and the chickens like it. But the prize chickens, they just need their own brand of food.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Try to keep a straight accent on the phone.
Try not to laugh or
Try not to laugh. We'd have to do it as a pre-recorded prank call. Oh, shit. Sorry, I just read Frank's comment about speed.
I did too.
You're probably behind on chat. Yes, Frank, I won't ask for speed. Although in a short few weeks, something else will be legal across Canada. That's actually less than 2 weeks now. 2 Wednesdays from now, Jennilee. So the Thursday after that, I might be a little more entertaining. Just kidding.
You're silly.
I know, I'm just joking. I'll be normal. I'll be the same.
Judith wants to know, I don't think I missed anything. Oh, Anne agreed with you about the game being different for different players.
That's messed up. I don't know. Like, as a standpoint of a game. Sorry, I vented on it enough, so let's get over that. Let's continue on. Oh, on another note, though, I did listen to our recording last week, on a podcast server, like on, I don't know, Anchor or wherever it was posted, and it was really entertaining. I actually was driving and listening to it for like an hour, and it was like, I mean, I've already heard it because I was the one that did it, but at the same time, it was like, wow, that really took my mind off of the boring drive. You know what I'm saying?
What Frank said earlier, right? What did he said about us? Something nice.
Oh yeah, he said something nice about us. Frank, you're the best. Well, you're one of the best.
Great chemistry.
There you go. That was nice. Nice of you to say. Awesome. So continue with chat. I do have a few slides to bring up, but you might have some chat first.
Judith wants to know why you started a new game.
Oh, so I started a new game so that the biggest reason was I wanted to see if things were different that I remembered from when I first started. Like, did Zynga change the game for the low-level people? So basically, I started it again, and I found out that you do progress way faster, at least it seems you do, in levels than when I first started. It's quicker now, I think. And I wanted to also see, like, as you gain to get to certain levels, it unlocks things. And I just couldn't remember. And people were asking us, what level do you get this? And what level do you get that? And so kind of as a refresher, I mean, I'm only at 11, so I haven't really gone through. I know that 11 is when you can join a co-op, or 10. I think it's 11 actually. So I just kind of wanted to experiment with it and try it. And also too, for the live stream, if I brought the new game into the live stream, it wouldn't look kind of weird, and it would be, you know, just what I'm doing, because I have 2 farms. I mean, Frank's got 3 farms, right, Jennilee, or 4 farms or something?
I think 3. And I think one of our shows too, you pulled up the whole episode, we just had your new farm, and
right.
We kind of went through it. So it was kind of
like a refresher kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, and I also had another idea that we could do too, is that we could use that farm to like experiment. Like we could buy, you know, like spend like 25 keys on something that I normally wouldn't spend keys on, or have it more of a live stream farm as opposed to my farm. And then you guys could say, hey, you know what, let's explode all your potatoes and not replace them this week, or something stupid, you know. I don't know, just kind of mess around. That's the general answer. But anyways, that's a good question. Thank you.
Anne said there were radio ads that did that years ago. Are you referring to the crazy prank call?
Yeah, the crazy prank call. That would be fun. I would like to do some kind of crazy prank calls on our FarmVille stream. That would be fun. We could just randomly call people. Actually, we could order pizza and send it to like Night Gaming, because I'm sure Night Gaming loves pizza.
That'd be funny.
Night Gaming, we just post your address for everybody to read, and we'll all send you pizza one day.
That goes into the next one. Anne and Frank are both saying that they are going to need munchies.
Yes, that's true, munchies. Yeah, the good old Canadian holiday. So you guys can come to Canada after the 17th, and I'll enjoy recreational fun times. Anyways.
The next 3 people, Mona, Jean, and Anne, are talking about the red hearts. I haven't seen anything. Mona said, anyone get the red hearts for the weekly wagon?
Okay, yes, I have the slide. Here we go.
And then Anne said, I saw the ad for the care points, but haven't gotten them yet.
So what the heck is this? And I haven't clicked on my county fair yet. But I got this slide on the screen you should be looking at in a few seconds, Jennilee. It says County Fair Surprise. County Fair Bonanza Week is coming soon. Did you get this?
I don't recall seeing that at all yet.
And I'm just going to click on my county fair just while we're here doing this, because I don't know if it's going to start on my farm or what's going to happen. I love how the animals just totally disappear into the road, and then the farm truck picks up the thing and drives off, and then they just magically appear. Anyways, oh, here we go.
Same thing last week.
Oh, I dropped because I didn't do anything in county fair last week. I bombed, but I should have another truck coming. Watch out, pigs. He's going to come down the road. Watch out. Oh, there they just suck into the road. Maybe they like dig into the ground like crabs, and then they pop back up when the car goes by. You think they do that?
They just sink into the ground.
Yeah, like, oh, here they're back. See? I think they dig. I'm gonna mine and my farm, they dig into the ground.
Scott.
Yes.
That's a great job idea for next.
Oh, that's true. Like to dig them out. Like one got stuck, and you had to go dig the pig out.
I don't know. I have to investigate that one.
All right, we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to send that through. Oh, let me check. Look, you didn't tell me that my glade was ready, and I gotta get.
Your glade's ready.
Wow, the pine nuts are just coming tonight. Let me tell you.
Gina's saying that the hearts are randomly placed because she doesn't know which crops to get them.
There's hearts? Like, what's going on here? Okay, so we got something going on, Jennilee, that I don't know about.
A wagon. I know. Jean says she's confused, and then Anne said she saw the care points but hasn't gotten them yet. So I'm not sure what these care points or the heart.
You know, I thought it was going to be in my wagon, which is why I didn't investigate it further, because in my wagon it's basically nothing. It's like usual. So I apologize that I could have went on and maybe done some investigating, but that's certainly something to investigate this week, and we can kind of report on that next week. Wagon points. And
then let me see. Mona said apples once, but not again yet. So she got them from the apples.
Oh.
Get them from animals as well, says Jean. And then Mona said you get different colored ones. You get it? It's different color.
Oh, I am confused. This is like last week when David or whoever it was telling us about the magical barn silo upgrades, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What's going on? I don't know anything about this." And then all of a sudden, we looked it up, and now I figured it out, which was good. So that's something to look forward to for next week. Fantastic.
Well, it looks like Cindy says hearts give more wagon points. So
Oh, yeah, that's neat. Let me start this wagon thing. I mean, I did start it, but. Anyways, that slide was definitely a weird one. It was like, it had the County Fair Bonanza week coming soon and didn't really have any information. I clicked on can't wait, but it still made me wait. You'd think that if it said can't wait, it would just like start it.
well, yours says can't wait, and then Jean said, Scott, I couldn't opt out of the Red Heart Fair. So
Why would you want to opt out? Anyways.
I don't know.
Regardless, let's turn that off. Okay, so any other chat you want to catch up on?
I am pretty good caught up. I've been reading them.
Okay, so I think we want to talk about. I don't know what we want to talk about, but I promised two people on the internet world that I would promote their co-ops tonight, and I didn't really promise to promote them to make a favor. I just thought they were unique ads. Like, when you go to a Facebook page and you see an ad for a co-op and it's like, please join my co-op. We're all really nice and we help each other and we're the best, right? You see the ads. So I found two that I thought were very unique ads. Here's the first one. I'll bring it up. This one says, it's from Justine Nimick, and she might be here tonight. Not sure if she is. Awesome. Welcome. Thank you for coming. It says, join my new co-op, Blazing Pitchforks. First of all, I love the name Blazing Pitchforks. That's fantastic. We play all day, every day. And that's like, okay, well, I haven't heard that one before because that's epic. I mean, like if you want to join us, this is what you do for the rest of your life. You play all day, you play every day. Now, I'm sure what they probably mean is that there's always somebody on, but how I read it was we play all day long, every day long, and we're asking people who play and are very active. And so I would assume that they're very active. Like there is people in our co-op like Dora who and Fran, who I'm not sure about Fran lately, but she's from overseas, so I don't really see when she plays, but that they're on a lot, whether it's FarmVille or FarmVille2 Country Escape. And it was just made yesterday because our last group had no one playing at all. So I'm sure that all of us farmers that are on this live stream perhaps have awesome co-ops, but if you want to switch it, Blazing Pitchforks, if you're up for the marathonic all day, every day, that's the one for you guys. Jennilee, did you drop your microphone in a puddle of water?
No, I'm trying not to say anything because it just my mind just works differently. So it says we play all day every day, but then it says we were just created yesterday. So it just
yesterday. So they've been playing all day for a day.
Yeah.
So after you guys join, it's going to go downhill. It's only going to be, they're only going to play every second day, and only part of the day. But right now, it's brand new. They're playing every day, all day long. And I'm teasing, Justine. I know that you probably have an active co-op with a few awesome people that are always on and helping each other. And I'm not poking fun at you. I just thought it was a very unique. I love the name and I love the post. It's different than the normal generic ones.
Yes, I wasn't making fun either. I'm sorry. That's mind works. I couldn't help it.
Okay, this is my next favorite one. Are you ready?
Yes.
And this one by far is the most unique request to have people join in the world I have ever seen in my life. And it'll pop up for you in just a second. And it says, it's a post and it's 2 lines. It says, "The Rot, join it." Do you have it yet? On your screen?
Yeah, I don't understand what's so funny.
Well, because who posts it doesn't have any description at all. It's just the Rot. Join it. Like it's not under a thread that says looking for posts. It's just that. That's it. Kim posted it. It's awesome.
Okay. All right.
You don't get it?
No, I get it. I'm not as easily entertained, I guess.
It's just so simple. And you know what the Rot in Messenger. Can you guess what the Rot is, or what the Rot means? Like you have a better chance of guessing than Frank or Anne. That's a hint. The Rot. Why would someone name their co-op the Rot with 2 T's like that? You know?
Something rotten? I don't know.
That's awesome. That's what I was thinking too. But Rot would only have 1 T.
Right. But rotten is 2 T's.
That's true. Okay, do you want to know why? I mean, this is like we're going a long time on one little slide that you found totally unamusing and I found very amusing. So it's supposed to be from Rochester.
Okay.
Make sense now?
No.
It doesn't make sense to have... I mean, it's just a unique name. It was very short. It was
I like unique names.
Yes. Well, it's a unique name, but it's a unique post for joining a co-op. Like, we don't know anything about it as far as players and where they're from and when they play or anything. It's just, you know what? It's the Rot. Just join it. I like it. I like it. Anyways, I'm sorry you didn't find it as amusing as I did.
Sorry. I do find Judith's message amusing, though. Judith, just for future reference, this is a G-rated show.
Oh dear, do we have to block something out? We can't block it out.
She meant to post the word post. She misspelled it.
Can I scroll back and look because I'm still confused? Then you don't want you to say it.
She put, "Are these posts on your page?" But it doesn't say, "Are these posts?"
See, now I have to go back because I can't, in my mind, I can't picture what you're reading, but let me look.
I see it on your screen, too. You know how you have the chat on your screen?
Oh, it still says it right on the screen? Hasn't gone away yet? Yeah, I see that. Okay, I'm looking.
It's at the bottom.
Oh, I see. That's not that bad. I do that all the time. I know. I did that all the time in our co-op. That's not so horrible.
I know it was a typo. I'm thinking of...
I know it was a typo, but I do that typo all the time too. It's not as really a bad, like it's yeah. I mean, it's a bad word, but it's not spelt the same anyways, right? But anyway.
Right. Judith, these pictures that he just put up, he found them on the FarmVille2 page. Oh,
so she wanted to know where I found those posts?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go there. So on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you're going to go to, I'm going to open up, whoops, got that popping up. Whoops, that was not what I wanted. It was from right here, FarmVille2's page. So what I do for all of the news and all of the posts that I get from people, I go to this site. It's the facebook.com site /FarmVille2. And it's the page that they use for FarmVille2 and the page they use for FarmVille2 Country Escape. They mash all their information together, and you can tell which way the posts are supposed to go because, for the example, this post here says the word Country Escape, and the one below it does not say Country Escape, and the one below that says Country Escape. Wait, that one doesn't say it, so that's a photo. This one says Country Escape. And Jennilee's like, it's all confusing. This one says Country Escape. This one says FarmVille2. So if I was to click on this thread with the 26 comments, this will all be pertaining to FarmVille2, not FarmVille2 Country Escape. And if I click on this one, it is going to pertain to FarmVille2 Country Escape. So I think what it was on one of these posts, and I just read through these comments. And FarmVille answers sometimes with other comments, but I just scroll through. And those two posts came up with, here it is, there they are, from Kim. Yeah. Oh, both of them. See from right here. The Rot and Join Arch Co-op, Blazing Pitchforks. We play every day, all day long. Cute. Anyways, that's where I got it from, when you can find it there too. Excellent. Let me close that off. All right, I'll just go there. Yeah. All right. How's my Glade? Oh, it's almost done. Good. Okay, so what else do we have in the chat world? Anything happening out there?
Chat is looking pretty good.
Chat is looking good?
Mm-hmm.
Chat, you guys are looking great. There's nothing new posted, but it looks great.
Judith said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Judith. It was my pleasure. We have a lot of J's. Is that weird, or is it just...
No. J names are just, I mean, it's what's in. We're cool.
It's what's in with FarmVille. Oh, let's do the cow. I haven't checked my I'm going to do this cow first because I feel I won't get bonus milk. See, and I clicked on this cow sometime earlier, but let's try to get 4 milk out of this cow. Oh, just got the 2. Oh, well. I should have clicked on it last time because I did get the 4 out of that one. Next week, maybe we'll get 4 again. And I feel so cheated out of that prized horse. The exactly the same, like the prized Arabian horse and the prized gypsy horse. They give you the exact same stuff.
Feels so. And said, "Why? Thanks. You're looking great too."
Who said that? Anne?
Yeah.
She's so kind.
I know it.
She's so kind. Okay, so what do we talk about now? You had talked. Oh, we were going to talk about something about Windows laptops. Remember?
Yes.
Oh, goody. So this is like way into our live stream to be talking about what we talked about like 45 minutes ago. So I apologize. But anyways, when I play on my laptop and I want to load another farm, unfortunately, the only way to do it is to start over from level 1, play through to level 4, re-enter your Facebook account for the second farm, and have your farm load. It's a pain in the buttocks. So there's not a good way to do it, unfortunately. You can't just switch easy. And when you do that, you also run the risk of if there's something wrong with your cloud save that you might really botch your farm. That makes sense, Jennilee?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Sorry, Frank is cracking me up. Frank, I love having you on here.
What is he saying? Read it out loud, unless it's inappropriate.
No, this is awesome. He said, Judith, you must stay after the stream and write out, I will not curse on the stream. 100 times in cursive.
In cursive. Frank, you're so funny. That is funny.
And then I typed, I will not tell lies, LOL, but I don't know if you're not a Harry Potter fan, it probably doesn't make any sense.
It makes I enjoy Harry Potter as in the entertainment, but I can't recall like which movies I've seen and which movies I haven't. I'm not a fan like you. I'm sorry.
I'm a super fan. We're called Potterheads.
Nice, Potterheads. Well, soon everybody in Canada will be called a Potterhead, so...
And not that kind of pot.
Well, we can both be Potterheads together. You can read it, and I'll just laugh at it because I'll be really hungry, eating Doritos, and thinking whatever you're saying is funny, being really paranoid.
I like it.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna get milk out of this cow, and it's gonna give me 2, right? Oh, just 1. I wonder if there's a... Sorry.
Horses are great. You only need 3 helpers to get event items to drop.
Where? Did you say the straw field?
I said prized horses. How did you get straw field from
I don't know. I didn't hear what you said at all. I was completely not paying attention to what you were talking about. I think it's because when I talk really loud, it overrides what you say.
Oh.
Just blocks you out. Let's see. What do we got here? 3 guys. 3 people to get stuff. I don't have the right supplies for this. I need to call the feed store and ask for some prized gypsy horse feed. Oh, yes. You do get a 100% chance of pine nuts. I don't have a problem with pine nuts right now. I have a lot of pine nuts.
Anne says she hears that there could be a shortage of the legal stuff.
I hear that too.
So we might have to hold off on our Potterhead adventures.
On a side note, FarmVille is ready to launch in Canada. You know what I'm talking about? Well, I have.
Oh, very funny. He's still...
I left that leaf up, the FarmVille hemp leaf. I found it very hilarious how FarmVille put hemp in. I don't know, a few months back on an event. You remember that, Jennilee?
Yes, I remember.
Hemp. They should totally have an event with hemp in it next week. But they have to give Doritos and stuff for prizes. You have to, your cows, your disappearing cows will be much more entertaining. Or not cows, sheep. Next week. They'll be like, whoa, where did those sheep go? Did you see them? They were there and then they were gone. Sorry, I'm just practicing.
Jean said she liked your picture, and Frank said Trailer Park Boys will step in to fill the demand.
That's true. Do you know who the Trailer Park Boys are?
No.
It's only the funny Frank Canadians. There's a show called Trailer Park Boys, and it's a Canadian TV show, so of course Jennilee wouldn't have never watched it. It's
Why wouldn't I watch it?
How about the Beachcombers? You ever watch the Beachcombers?
No.
All right. How about Family Ties?
Yes.
All right, that was Canadian, so you're good there.
I'm watching a show right now that says it's a Canadian show.
What's it called?
Haven.
Haven? Never heard of it. Anyways, that's cool.
Most of the actors in it. Well, most of the shows I've been watching lately, all the actors are from Canada.
Or it's made in Vancouver, right? Because there's a lot of stuff happening in Vancouver.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, the show I'm watching right now, it's supposedly in I think Maine or something, but
It's called
it's
Haven?
a Canadian show.
It's called Haven. What's it about?
It's like a supernatural show. It's one of them sci-fis.
Ooh, I see. So I might have to watch it. What channel is it on?
I don't know. I'm watching them on Netflix.
Then I might have it. If it's Canadian, it should be on Canadian Netflix.
Yeah.
The Littlest Hobo. Good one, Frank. Jennilee, do you know what the Littlest Hobo is?
No.
Oh man, you're missing out. That's the good life. Littlest Hobo. That's funny. Those are the days, right, Frank? Battlestar Galactica? Really? That was Canadian? Jennilee, did you watch Battlestar Galactica?
No, but it sounds familiar.
Corner Gas.
Judith said she watched Haven and it was good. I agree, Judith. I'm almost done with it. I've got a couple episodes left and I'm done with the...
Is it on the first season?
I think it's ended already. There's 5 seasons.
Wow.
I'm at the end of season 5.
Crazy. Okay, Jennilee, Corner Gas. Did you watch Corner Gas?
No. I watch a lot of British shows. Are those similar to Canadian shows?
Are they funny?
I like that humor. I prefer that humor.
You should watch Corner Gas. Corner Gas is pretty funny.
Okay. Is that on Netflix?
I don't even know where it's on. It's not on anymore. They don't make it anymore, but it's about a little Canadian town in the prairies and their adventures. They have a little policeman, RCMP officer, and it's pretty funny.
I love Anna Green Gables.
I don't recall ever watching that or
That's totally Canadian.
or reading that. Is it a show or a book or both?
There's a movie. There's a show on Netflix right now that it just started the 2nd season, and there's a book. It's a very old book. Montgomery. I can't remember the first name of the author.
I'm more of a Little House on the Prairie guy. Did you watch Little House on the Prairie?
Little Laura Ingalls?
Yeah. Did you watch it? I used to watch it all the time after school.
I think I've seen a few episodes, but I wouldn't be able to talk to you about it.
Gilligan's Island?
I'm not that old.
You've missed out. Frank, Gilligan's Island was the best. That's American.
Anne said, try Anne with an E. Oh, I love you, Anne. And she said, Lucy Montgomery Ward is the author.
For Anne of Green Gables?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Tara said, I love Heartland. That sounds familiar. I don't think I've looked.
I've heard of it, but I don't watch a lot of TV, really. I spend most of my days on YouTube watching funny, stupid videos.
My husband does that too.
Watching YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
Frank said Corner Gas came back as an animated series, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's animated series is just don't. I mean, I don't watch a lot of TV to begin with, but the animated ones. How about the it was a crazy one. It was Seth somebody or other. It's like a Star Trek funny one. I think we were watching it last year when we first started live streaming, or not last year, but what's it called? Frank, help me out. It's got it's about Star Trek, but it's a spun-off Star Trek episode series thing. Oh, I wish I could remember the names. I'm terrible at it. But it was funny. It had a lot of satire in it, a lot of humor. I'd love to tell you guys what it's called, but we have no idea what it is. Starts with an E, I think, though. Oh, I wish I could figure it out. I remember it. Oh, it starts with an O. It's coming back to me. Oh, well, whatever.
Is that what Frank's talking about, Ozark?
No, it's not Ozark. Well, that starts with an O, so that's true.
Well, you said it starts with an O.
Orville. It's called The Orville.
I think Mitch tried watching that.
You didn't like it? It's so funny. I guess you'd have to be a Star Trek fanatic to watch it. How about X-Files? Did you ever get into the X-Files?
No.
This is so off topic right now.
I like the show.
Let's pan for some rewards while we're talking about non-FarmVille stuff. Look, I can get 2 shovels, just what I need. More shovels. What did I get? Remember when I spent $1 million on panning for stuff?
Yes.
That was fun. Oh, I got French fries. Love the fries. Exercise? I thought you said extra fries.
You're so silly. Anne said the Orville was great, so she watched it.
That's right. Good job, Anne. What about Stranger Things?
No, I think I started the first episode and lasted like 10 minutes.
If you're an 80s baby like I am, or not a baby, but an 80s adolescent, that is the show to watch.
I'm an 80s baby.
You are an 80s baby.
Yeah.
But not an 80s remembering baby.
No.
Like me.
No.
And Frank, of course.
I'm a 90s remembering.
What the heck happened in the 90s? I don't even remember the 90s at all. And the 2000s are just like, I don't even know. It's like in the 80s, a lot of things happened that I can remember, like a lot of experiences I had, but I don't remember anything from the 90s. Do you? I imagine you would. That's when you were living.
Oh, yes.
That's when your 80s happened.
But I moved around so much in the 90s that I missed a lot of things because I don't know, just life happened, like moving from one state or one country to another. I missed out on, like, people will talk about certain shows or music, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Huh. Well, it's good that you can catch up on those things by watching internet YouTube videos and such.
The internet's awesome.
The internet is awesome. All right, well, it is 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, MST. Oh. So that was a fun, fast hour tonight.
It was.
And it's good because I'm out of slides, except for my hemp slide. I'll bring that back up. Just kidding.
Well, and I was going to say, I have an idea for next week.
Sure. What's up?
So I saw this on your BAM site, and it made me think we should make a show of it, if that's okay. Your admin, I forgot her name. I'm trying to see where I put it.
There's Kay, but it wasn't probably Kay. It was the other admin.
Megan made a list of things that people do that end up getting them kicked out of a co-op.
Oh yeah, that was good. So we could go through the list.
We'll talk about.
That's true. So chat room people, if you've been kicked out of your co-op for doing something bad, or if you've kicked people out of your co-op from doing something bad, we want to know. Bring it to the chat box, the chat room. The chat box, it sounds like a restaurant. Where should you want to eat? Let's go to the chat box. That'd be a good restaurant, and you just have to chat while you're there. Anyways, chat room, we are going to wrap up this evening of fun.
Yes, so start your goodbyes if you'd like.
And for those of you watching on a podcast place, actually, you know what? Speaking of saying goodbyes, or not saying goodbyes, speaking of podcasts, I was checking the amount of times our podcast has been played over a podcast, and it's at 5. And I'm like, one's me and one's you. So it's got 3. It's like Forrest Gump with the shrimp, the 3 shrimp.
But it's only been up for a couple days. So.
That's true. And it's one of those things where you'll have to type in FarmVille in a podcast search engine, which I don't think ever's been done before, quite frankly, because this is the first FarmVille podcast to exist.
Because we're innovative. Right?
We're innovative. We got to give it some tags. That you know what else I found out too this week? I figured out how to turn off my notifications, which means this whole episode, Jennilee, there's been no annoying dings. So that's good. Because I don't know if you listened to the podcast or the stream last week, but it was like ding 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 ding, so annoying. Anyways,
I did hear. Yes.
Yes. So this week there's none of that, so that's good. I figured out on Windows 10 how to shut them off, so I did that. Every week it gets a little better. All right, so who's saying goodbye in our chat room of horrors?
So far, we have Jean said, "Thanks for all the memories. Thanks for the memories. We'll see you all next week." Night all, Scott and Jennilee.
Thanks, Jean. Good comment. We love having comments like that. Thank you.
We have a good night from Anne.
Good night, Just Anne.
We have good night from Judith and Mona.
Judith and Mona, J and M.
Frank says, "Bye, y'all, and thanks for your concern over my absence last week."
Yes, Frank. I was legitimately worried. I thought this is weird because, he's not here. I mean, it's cool if you don't show up from time to time. All of you, like, it's cool. I mean, if I didn't show up, we'd have a bigger problem. But it was definitely strange having Frank away. I mean, not because it was nothing to chat about. It was just because it's just you and Anne and a lot of you guys, all of the J people, Janine and Jean and Jennifer, Judith, everybody, and Mona, of course. But anyways, continue with the names so that I'm not missing anybody. David.
I haven't seen David since it started. I wonder what happened. Janine and Judith say goodnight.
Good night, Janine and Judith. And I what's even works for Just Anne is she's got the J in her name now because she's Just Anne.
Mm-hmm.
I tell ya. If your name starts with J, this is what I'm going to do on the podcasts. If your name starts with J and you like playing games, head on over to the FarmVille2 Country Escape podcast with Scott and Jennilee.
And now snip that part right there from the recording and add that to the podcast.
There you go. All right, who else is saying goodbyes?
Anne says I was envious of all the J names, but I've caught up with all the good nights that we've received.
Oh, good. So then it's just you and me left.
It is.
You want to go first? Because if I go first, you know what happens.
Then you forget about me. No.
I don't forget about you. I just end it.
I'm so glad that everyone joined us tonight, and I think this was a lot of fun. We got to talk about the game, and we got to go a little off topic, which was awesome.
It was awesome.
I liked how everybody got involved too and talking, and that was some good memories. You're right, Judith. And David, I'm sorry we missed you if you're listening to this again later. Good night. Hope everybody has a great night, and thanks for joining us.
That's great, and a great week too, because it'll be a week before we come back.
Yes.
All right, cool. And with that, I will say, since you've said your goodbyes, right?
Yes.
Just want to make sure, because I don't want to cut you off again. I don't want to have those every morning where I wake up and look at my text message and it says, "You cut me off, prepare to die." Anyways, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We really appreciate everybody in the chat room as well as all of our listeners. We're still looking for that major sponsor to buy Jennilee and me vehicles to drive around in. Right, Jennilee?
Right.
Just joking. We don't need sponsors. Well, we do, but no, we don't. Anyways, good night, everyone. Thank you for listening. God bless. Good night, and we'll see you all back here next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.